All right, y'all, this video is just about learning how do we determine if we can actually multiply matrices. And so what you'll notice here is I've got matrix A, B, and C. I did not put numbers in them. All I did was label their dimensions next to them. And what we are going to do is determine, can we actually multiply these matrices just by their dimensions? So here are the steps to do that. First of all, we need to go ahead and identify the dimensions of each matrices, and then we need to write the dimensions in order of the matrix multiplication. All right, so let's say I was to take matrix A and multiply it by matrix B. In order to determine if I can even multiply matrices, I am going to take the dimensions of A. I'm going to write 3 by 2. I'm going to take the matrix dimensions of B, which is a 2 by 4, and I'm going to write them next to each other. Okay. Now, once I've got that set, the next step is to make sure the inside dimensions are the same. So what I mean by that is you'll notice that these two in this inside of these dimensions are exactly the same. Okay, and what that means is we can multiply them. Now, the result of that multiplication is going to be the dimensions, or the result of the dimensions that we're going to result in are going to be the dimensions that are on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3 by 4, and I'm going to say the final dimension should be a 3 by 4. So yes, these can be multiplied. And if I do multiply A times B, I will have given a 3 by 4. Now, we cannot, let's go ahead and look at it a different way. Let's say I looked at it in terms of B times A. Well, if I took B and I multiplied it by matrix A, could I get the same result or different result? Well, B is a 2 by 4, so I do the exact same process. I identify the dimensions, and then I'm going to write the dimensions in the order, and then I'm going to write A, which is a 3 by 2. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the inside dimensions, which are 4 by 3, a 4 and a 3. They are not the same. So this is not the same. And because they're not the same, we cannot multiply these. Okay, and that is it. They are done. There's no way we can actually make that calculation. So let's just look at one more. Okay, since we're here, and I'm going to look at B and C. Well, if I say, well, how can I multiply B and C? Hopefully you'll realize, well, let's go ahead and say I've got B. I could say, what is matrix B times matrix C? Or matrix C times matrix B. Can I even multiply those? Let's go ahead. So B is a 2 by 4. So I'm going to write 2 by 4, and B over here is a 2 by 4. And C is a 4 by 1, 4 by 1, and C is a 4 by 1. And if we go through those steps, write the dimensions in the order of the matrix. We've done that. Make sure the inside dimensions are the same. Okay, notice they are the same right here. And because they're the same, we can multiply it. This can occur. And the resulting matrix is going to be a 2 by 1. This is going to be the dimension of our matrix. That is the answer. Now, if we go back to this one right here, and we look here, 1 by 2, notice they are not the same. And because they are not the same, you cannot multiply C times B. All right, y'all, I hope that helps you out with just figuring out how to multiply these matrices, or whether or not you can or cannot actually multiply a set of matrices.